Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, August 22nd. So I want to talk a little bit about stress and anxiety that people might be feeling right at the moment. I had done a video on Saturday, and I also talked to a good friend of mine on Saturday night. And part of the discussion was trying to keep up with all of the information that was coming through. And how crazy making it can make you feel. And I had one lady on that responded on Saturday's video and had said, so and so says this, and so and so says this, and so and so says this, and so and so says this. And I think she said, maybe I just need to quit watching everybody. And I'm going to say, I agree. You can even stop watching me if you want. Although I don't talk about the truth or stuff much anymore because I have quit kind of watching all of that, and I have found I am much more at peace. So this is what I want to say. You cannot outsmart God, source, creator. If they have a plan, they're going to do their plan. And no matter how much information you pull in, you're not going to circumvent that. So give yourself a break. And if that information, how do I want to say this? The information that doesn't match up, it's like one person says nobody's coming to save you. Another person says someone is coming to save you. Bottom line is it doesn't matter. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. And you really cannot force the issue. So do yourself a favor, give yourself a break. In fact, this morning, and I hadn't even been reading them. It was just more of an annoyance. I just deleted a bunch of channels that I followed on Telegram because I wasn't reading them. I feel comfortable and safe knowing I've done everything that I can do to put myself in the best position. And if you're not feeling safe, then you need to listen to the nudge that's coming in about what you need to do to make yourself safe. If you're getting the nudge that you need to prep and have more food on hand, then just work on that until you get the nudge to do something else, like I did a couple of weeks ago. Like I said, I basically prepped for a year, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks ago, they're like, all right, you've got enough, and we're going to move on to the next phase of your life, which is getting my finances in order so I can move in a year, because I feel like that is what is coming next. Again, don't have a clue how that's going to happen. I am not set up to do that at the moment, but if that's the nudge they are giving me, then I'm going with that. And I also want to say, if you keep yourself so mentally busy, you wouldn't know a nudge coming through if it smacked you in the face. So that's not benefiting you either. Staying so busy that you couldn't hear source giving you a message going, all right, I want you to start doing this, or I want you to get out of this situation, or I want you to do this. So it's important to pay attention to what nudges are being sent your way. And that will also take a lot of stress and anxiety off of you. If you feel like you're doing what you're being guided to do, then you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel better about your situation because you're doing what you were told to do by source. Because there's a peace that comes inside of you when you do that. So I just want to stress, if you're feeling anxiety and feeling, unsafe or whatever, this is what I also want to say. If on days that you might be feeling super anxious and safe about what is going on in the world, I want you to take a look around and ask yourself why you're not feeling safe. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food in the cupboard? Do you have bullets coming at you? Is there something specific that is not making you feel safe? Is it all in your head? You know, we have a psychological warfare going on here. So there are lots of things that come at you that are meant to torment you, because your brain can make a lot of shit up that is detrimental to you. So that's why it's really super important to be careful what you're doing, who you're hanging around with, who you're talking to, you know, when they're getting super negative or whatever, and get yourself out of that situation. So that's the main thing that I want to talk about first. I'm also going to talk about a reading that I did on Saturday. So if you guys are not interested in hearing about that, you can click off now, because I don't think I've got anything else to say. I have permission to talk about this. Her name is Peggy. And Peggy, if you want to put in any comments in the comment section below after you watch this about your reading on Saturday, feel free. People might be interested to know your side of the story. So I usually do my sessions on Saturdays and Sundays, and this one was set up for 4 o'clock on Saturday. So we talked a little bit at first. Now, she has had other past life readings in the past, and normally when I do a past life reading for someone the first time, and if they've never had one at all, I will generally say, I like to just ask the guides to give something that resonates to this particular lifetime, and they always do. And this time I was like, you know what? I got the nudge to do something, to go into something specific for her. So I asked her, is there a specific person or situation or whatever that you would like to have a reading done on? Because it sounds like a general one would be kind of a waste for her. And she's like, yes, actually I do. I had a soul connection with a man, and he has since passed away, and I am carrying a deep amount of grief from that. And we had kind of an on again, off again relationship. And I would like to know more information about past lives with him. And I will also say this. I will cut somebody off if they start giving me too much information before I do a reading, because I don't want to know all the details. I don't want that floating around in my head trying to make that fit with what comes into a reading. So I am happy to discuss all the details after the reading, but you know, I just need minimal details at the beginning. So what comes through is authentic and genuine, and not my brain trying to make it fit. So 3 lives came out. The first one happened in like the wild, wild west, and she kind of looked like Miss Kitty and ran a saloon. And this man, Wes, was her son in that particular lifetime. And she had also lost another son in that lifetime, and so she was super, super protective of her son in that lifetime, to the point of where she had him under her thumb, and he wanted to get away and do other things, but was unable to. So that was there was some stuff that came out in that one. And then the second lifetime was, she was a man, and she was a German soldier, and some German soldiers were coming into France to do something to a group of people in France that was not good. And this particular German soldier actually was a good soul, and that was her in that lifetime. And he ended up helping a woman that had fallen, was probably about to be trampled, had a son, and he pulled her from the side and said, "It's okay, I'm not here to hurt you." And they kind of took off the other direction to get away from what was going on. He did not know what they had planned in a bad way. So when he realized that something bad was going down, he took off and helped a woman and her son get away. Well, fast forward to, they ended up falling in love. The whole thing bonded them together. They ended up having more children. And later on in life, his wife, and I'm going to say maybe in her 40s, they might have been together for like 20 years or something, I'm not sure, but she ended up dying of scarlet fever. And in that, I could see him sitting beside her in the bed. And I said, I can't personally feel the grief in my chest, but I can see this like dark energy and him crying where he was grieving horribly bad for the loss of his wife in that particular life. And then the third reading came out, and it was the main thing that came out of it after, I can't even remember what the third life was exactly. Oh, it was just talking about how important she was to the animals. But another part that came out was, I said, I am seeing a box full of ashes. And I said, this can go either two different ways. One, you have a box of ashes that they want you to go spread out into nature, or you have some memorabilia that you need to burn and spread that out into nature. And I said, take that however that resonates. And so I get done with the reading, and I said, okay, I'm done. Do you have any other questions? And basically she said she was speechless. And then she proceeds to tell me, and so let me say this. All of my readings are profound in some way or another. Some of them have little bits and pieces that just blow my mind. And this one had one of those things that like literally blew my mind. She goes, well, I have Wes's ashes in my closet. I didn't know that. I did not, like I said, I don't want to know details beforehand because I don't want to try to make something fit. And she goes, and I've been thinking that I need to do something with him because if I happen to die, she's older, she's had some health issues. And she's like, if I end up passing away, my daughter's going to come in here and she's going to throw Wes in the trash. So I have been thinking that I need to do something with his ashes. And so that was like mind blown. And she also said the whole reading ended up making her cry because she felt that deep grief that she has for Wes. But it also explained a lot of the feelings that she had for him. And so yesterday she sent me a message and told me how poignant, I guess you could say it was. And we have scheduled another reading for next Saturday to do some more work on other issues, people. I'm not sure. We haven't even talked about what we're going to do. But like I said, generally, if I've got somebody who has never had a past life reading, and this is kind of their first time, I do what I call a general reading, and I ask the guides to just tell them something that will resonate with this lifetime or that is relevant with this lifetime. But there are times where we can go in to specific people in your life or situations or circumstances and have the guides give me something that will mean something that will help you understand why you have a horrible relationship with your mother-in-law or your daughter or your son or your father. There's all kinds of specific situations that we can ask the guides to do. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that one out there. That was a great session on grief, and I feel like it probably helped release a lot of that because she was able to see the connection between the two of them because when we come into this world, we forget the connections that we had with people before. Otherwise, like I said, I think what I heard someone say over the weekend was if we remembered everything we had done before or where we came from, we wouldn't want to be down here. We would want to go back to source where we came from. And we can't do our mission if we're floating around doing nothing. We need to be in, I guess, on earth learning lessons, helping heal people or whatever your mission is. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I have descriptions. I have an email. jojoleanne@gmail.com. If you are interested in getting a reading, they're $75 for a reading. And like I said, I normally do them on Saturdays and Sundays right now because I still work at the title company. So I love doing those, and that hour and a half or however long it takes to get one of those out is the closest that I feel to source on a daily basis. And it is the most fascinating thing, or the most fascinating things come out of those, that you just couldn't make this stuff up. I mean, literally, you could not make the stuff up that comes out of these readings. It's just crazy. So anyway, that's it. That's basically what I wanted to say. I'm like, keep your chin up. Quit watching all the crap on TV. If it's making you feel anxious, then just I just want to say, mind your own business and do whatever source is telling you to do right now to heal, to be happy, to move forward on your path. What's going to happen is going to happen. You can't control it. And you knowing all of the details isn't going to change anything. It seems to be having the opposite effect on a lot of people. Is like, the more you know, the more stressed out you are. And for me, the less I know, I've already decided I'm going to be fine regardless. And I think that is what is called full surrender. And that is something that a lot of people still need to get into. Full surrender, that God source creator is going to take care of you, that you are going to be fed, that you're always going to have a roof over your head, that you're going to be fine regardless. So I just want to encourage those of you who are struggling right now is to take a break, go out into nature, take a walk, spend some time doing something that doesn't have anything to do with figuring out what the hell is going on in the world right now. I think that's it. I'm going to eat breakfast, get ready to head to work, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.